Welcome back to another great, happy, fun episode of the Fantastic Four. I'm here with Jeff, with Jose, with Nick, and his hat.
I love it.
Fins
I'm
up.
Tony Castanera. And it's really pretty much going to be a replay of the week before because the Dolphins lost the exact same way.
Oh my God.
Let me look
How
at you guys.
embarrassing.
Who's in the more pain, more pain, more pain? Jeff, drink.
Oh man,
About
it's
time you
drinking.
brought that shirt back.
What happened?
What happened, Jeff? Tell me what
What
happened.
happened was, well, the good thing is that the team was prepared. They came out with intensity. It looked like the coaches were calling the right plays. Uh, it's kind of ironic going into the season. What we thought was going to be the weak part of the team, the offensive line, has turned out to be the strongest part of the team. I mean, the run blocking is spectacular. They're opening up holes that you could drive a homecoming float through. I mean, it's just spectacular. I mean, they lost the game on the last play, just like the week before. And the bad thing is we're 2-6. The good thing is it looks like we're prepared to start winning some games.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know what? I thought the exact same thing. We came out with the intensity. We went ahead. It's like, wow, we're winning this game. And then we were winning it. And then they just kind of, creep back into it. But Jeff, I think this is the time of the year that if your offensive line is going to gel, it's going to be right at the midpoint of the year, right? And I think that's consistently what we've been seeing about the Dolphins. They don't start off running good, but they get to this point of the year, and all of a sudden, we're running the ball and we're eating up big chunks of yardage and we're scoring 70 points. So I don't know what happened there with this game. Maybe we didn't analyze the defense a little bit, right? But I thought the game was very winnable.
Oh yeah,
And I can't even say it was coaching that lost it, right? I'd love to say it's coaching, but I can't say that it was that this week.
Nick, I see the gears going in your head.
Go, baby.
Speak the truth. Preach.
We went into halftime looking pretty good. Pretty damn good. The defense held them to, 6? They didn't even score a touchdown that first half. And then what did they say in the locker room? Because I swear a different 11 guys came out to play defense. We weren't hitting tackles anymore. We stuffed him in the hole, but then somehow he emerges and gains 4 rushing yards out of it. A negative play turns to a positive. We give up 20-something points in the second half. They played great. The overall product was great, but what did we say in the locker room is what I want to know.
Probably not enough.
Who put on the terrible music that just made them sad and depressed? That's what I want to know. What is happening here? We need a hype man in the locker room or something.
We have three starters out on the defense that were out injured, and we've got the problem with our pass rush a lot of the times is over pursuit. We come in wide open, out of control, instead of just staying in your lane, keeping the quarterback in front of you, let him run to you, and then you can sack him. You go flying by him, he sidesteps you, and you're out of control. You're not controlling yourself. And then we've got the secondary that we put 5-6 guys back there covering in a zone defense. He's completing passes. You got a Dolphin on one side 5 yards away, a Dolphin on the other side 5 yards away, and neither one of them is in front of the receiver to cover the guy. You've just got this zone defense that the quarterbacks are just picking apart.
The offense is doing good. They scored 27 points. You scored 27 points, you should win the game in the NFL.
Should win the game.
Okay. This is the second week in a row where the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, the Dolphins were out coached. The other teams made adjustments on offense and moved the ball on the Dolphins. And it's like, oh my God, Josh Allen might run the ball. Why isn't anybody mirroring him? I mean, I'd see they're coming in there and doing a rush, and I see this wide open space in the middle of the field, and it's like I could have ran for 15 yards on a first down. It was ridiculous. I'm
Yeah,
screaming, and before he even takes off, he goes, "He's going to run," and he just
yeah.
runs.
And in the grand scheme of things, taking a step back, we needed that win in Buffalo
Oh yeah.
more than ever.
Oh,
right? We're good for 27 points apparently. So 2 weeks in a row for 27 points. But we needed to win. If we went that far and we scored 27 points in Buffalo, we needed to win that game, right? Because going forward, we're not going to play them again. So we needed to split that game with them just for playoff contention, right? And then the other side of that coin is just mentally, we don't win there. We have to win there. And not only do we have to win there, we're going to end up being in the playoffs there. So the team needs to feel what it feels like to win a game in Buffalo, and just we need to at least split this games with Buffalo. We can't get swept every year, and it's what it's turned into when's the last time when the Buffalo meltdown at 1:00 in the afternoon a couple of years ago, I think is the last time we beat Buffalo.
Well,
I think that might be the only time we beat Buffalo in the Tua era.
As the resident old fart here, I remember back in the 70s where the Dolphins literally against the Buffalo Bills were 0 for the 70s.
Yes.
10 years they played twice a year. Buffalo never beat Miami.
For the entire decade.
Now they got our number.
Yeah. Now I know how it feels. Okay. Because I forgot, what did they like 16-2 over the last 18 years or something, or the last 8 years or 9 years. I mean, 2 is 1-7 against them. Oh, you scared me there for a second.
My very first Dolphin game that I went to in the 70s in the Orange Bowl was against Buffalo, because nobody wanted to go to that game because we were going to win it. That was my very first game. I think we won 45-0,
which must have been great.
Every second of it, but like Tony said, the whole decade of the 70s, they were 0 for the 70s, So I'm just interested in seeing when Sealer comes back, our guy in the middle, if we can get Chubb, our pass rusher. Does anybody know when his knee is going to be ready to go? And then when we get Holland back, our number one safety, I think we get those three guys back, we're going to see a different defense.
Big time.
Hopefully, but that's one of the things everybody uses. Because of injuries. Every team has injuries. Okay, I don't care what team it is. They have a starter or two injured, not playing.
We were deep last year. The defensive line was deep. We gave some of that away in the offseason.
A lot of it.
And then all of a sudden, the guys that we did sign get hurt, right? So we can't. I mean, if Wilkinson, what was his name? Wilkins would have been there. He covers it up, So now we going back to the GM.
Yeah, well, we live in the salary cap era, and when you have a lot of when you have a lot of players making a lot of money, you got to let some go because you can't afford it and you need some help someplace else.
You should have extended him a year before the actual, a couple years before, when we knew he was the best. We should have just extended him when he would have taken it.
Well, we're about at 4 o'clock.
GM does.
At 4 o'clock, it was over. No more trades. Nothing can happen in the NFL until March.
Okay.
So unless they pick up somebody who is let go, a free agent out there, this is a team we're stuck with for the rest of the year.
Or on the couch.
Yeah. The practice squad. The Dolphins just signed one of the guys off the practice squad, a long snapper. Apparently, we need help at that. I think we need help as a center, not so much as a long snapper. If you said some of those snaps going on there, I don't know. It's every time I look at this team, it's like to me, it always goes down to coaching.
I think the offense is dialed in. I'm with Jeff. I think that running game is going to give us opportunities over the top to rip the top off with some good wide receivers. As long as Tua stays healthy, I think we're in a good position there. And yeah, when these guys come back, I think if our special teams doesn't mess it up, I think we're in a good position to kind of run six off. If we run six off in a row,
Yeah.
Not fumbling.
Well, we're going to need some help. Some other teams are going to
A
have
lot
to
of teams are going to have to collapse.
I think the reason why our running game is so good because the other teams are still doing the two deep safeties because they're really afraid of Hill and Waddle.
Yeah.
They should be.
But they're eventually going to have to start bringing the safeties up, which is going to open up Hill and Waddle, and then there's going to be some big plays. Like you said, 70 points is not out of the question.
Yeah, we're going to rip the top off some of these defenses here coming pretty soon.
2.5 out the playoffs.
Which is the league is just lucky. At least the AFC East is lucky that Tua went on injured reserve.
Yeah,
right. Because it really is about Tua. He can drive the offense. He's done it now twice in a row. If the defense just makes one more stop, I mean, we're winning games. I think who's next?
Those penalties, the Rams on Monday night.
On the Monday night
in California.
In California.
And then what killed us was the helmet to helmet penalty. Which if you look when Achan went out with the concussion, the exact same thing. The defensive guy came in leading with his helmet, the crown of his helmet, right into the side of Achan's helmet. No penalty called. I saw in yesterday's game where they were going helmet to helmet with Mostert. I can't pronounce his name, and no penalty called. But suddenly the Dolphins do it, and now we got a penalty.
And late in the game. Right, like a timely a flag, late in the game flag. You gotta eat that flag there, buddy. Right, let these guys play football.
There are a couple of holding calls they called on the Buffalo Bills. They're like, they showed a replay and go, there was no holding there, but Miami got it. So it all balances out at the end. I'm looking at the standings right now. I hate to say it, guys, but nobody's got a worse record than the Dolphins right now.
Yeah, we got the first pick.
Yeah. Well, the problem is,
really? Are we number one right now?
Well, no, because there are a couple of teams that played more games, so they're 2-7. Miami's 2-6, but they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams with only other teams besides the Dolphins with only 2 losses. So
here's a question.
We're the best one of those teams.
If we end up with the first pick, do we take Cam Ward or do we stay with Tua? That's a tough decision right there.
Why don't we take Cam Ward anyway?
No, you can't take him.
I know, but what does that do with Tua? We can't trade Tua. There's no team that will trade for Tua. We're stuck with him.
You can't Ward because he's going to demand number 1 pick, early pick. His salary is going to be ridiculous, and there's no way with the salary cap the Dolphins can afford 2 high-priced quarterbacks on the team.
No, he gets a rookie contract though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but when you're the number 1 pick, it's
a big rookie contract.
It's a biggie.
Okay.
It's
the best rookie contract.
Yeah.
What does that do? What does that do to team chemistry? What does that do with Tua and his mindset? Are we moving on from Tua even though he's playing lights out?
Hey, by the way, the marketing changes on Cam Ward with 2 losses, right? So he loses a couple of games and he's no longer a number 1 pick. Right, he's fallen back, right? So
as long as he keeps on putting on those kind of numbers, I mean, he's got
the Heisman locked up.
The Hurricanes are averaging over 40-something points a game.
This is true.
I mean, if he loses a game 45-36, Nobody in the
looking
NFL is going to go, oh, he sucks now. No.
I'm looking for my hurricane hat.
Nick, you've been quiet, man. Go give
Jump
Jeff,
in, Nick.
jump in.
I don't know what to say.
I know the feeling.
Heartbreaking.
But do you guys think that he's number one material?
No. The quarterback?
Cam Ward?
Cam
Oh,
Ward.
yeah, probably. But if we're number one, we don't take that. It doesn't. It doesn't help.
No, but I'm just saying. Number one, whoever's number one pick, you think they're going to take Cam Ward?
If they need
Miami?
a QB, yeah.
It depends on the team, but he's going to go top three.
They're taking him.
Yeah, he's going to be a top 3 pick.
Someone could even trade.
Okay, top 3. I don't think number one though.
It depends if they need a quarterback. If it's a team, if it's the Carolina Panthers who desperately need a quarterback, and they'll probably have the number 1 pick, they're taking Cam Ward. They're not even going to think twice about it. Their fans will demand it. I like Cam Ward, not just because I'm a Hurricanes fan, but he looks like a pro style quarterback. He's got an arm. He's got
a lot of poise.
Yeah. Right. He's got ice water running through his veins.
Yeah,
got a lot of poise.
There's just all chaos all around him, and he's just Mr. Calm, cool, and collected. Nothing bothers this guy.
I hope this doesn't come back and bite me in the ass, but he looks like a tall, physical Pat Mahomes.
He does.
Yeah,
I think he resembles Patrick Mahomes, and isn't there some coaching in there? From like the guy that coached him in the first college was a guy that came from Texas Tech, right? So I think there's a Texas Tech touch on Cam Ward, and the guys that were influencing Patrick Mahomes early on were influencing him.
Well, okay, I got another question.
Go ahead.
Okay, another hypothetical scenario. We end up with the first pick, and we're not going to take Cam Ward. Who do we take, or do we trade down? We parlay that number 1 pick into a string of high picks to beef up the team.
It's way too early to talk about the draft.
It is.
Yeah, but when you're 2 and 6, it's never too early to talk about the draft.
It's official. Jeff has given up on the season.
That's right.
No. Like I said,
you know what? I'm going to tell you right. I'll tell you what I would take, Jeff. I'd take a shutdown corner.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would take a guy that I could put on one side, and I got to worry about shit on that side, right? I want to. I want to shut down corner. Yeah, I think we already got one good corner, but we need a shut down corner, right? And then that's it. We just let the hounds loose on the quarterback or the line of scrimmage.
Nick?
He's got nothing to say.
I think if you're not getting one of those at that high a pick, it's probably an offensive lineman because we lose Armstead this year. This is his final year.
We lose Armstead every other week, you know.
No, well, he's done after this year. He's retiring.
Did he make that official? I mean, he wanted to retire.
He wanted to retire before this season.
Talked him into coming back.
But I mean, can you do that again? I don't know.
But he's probably playing the best that he's played in his whole career. He is
playing really good. I mean, I took a couple jabs at him right there, but he's fucking awesome.
He is, but
the line with him and the line without him is like night and day.
Night and day.
Well, if the Dolphins had the number 1 pick, I'm one of these guys who will probably say, trade it for a bunch of number 2s and later number 1 and build a team.
Yeah, that's
my question.
Definitely, and you could get your shutdown corner there somewhere.
Yeah, I have really
agreed.
Well, I look at it like, let's say we have the first pick and then Carolina has the second pick. We select Cam Ward and then trade all the picks that Carolina has so they can get him. You know? we just pick him.
Yeah, I mean, we swap number 1s. They got to give us their number 2, their number 1 from next year, right? You know, and a number 3 from the following year after. Something like
franchise, the Carolina Panthers are in trouble.
We do one of the Jimmy Johnson, Herschel Walker. You know, we stack,
and they get their Cam Ward
pick for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. They get Cam Ward with all that poise.
Yeah,
right? Can throw the ball, can run like a deer.
Well,
right? That's 3 number 1 picks and two
I'm
number
throwing-
ones or
I'm
two
throwing a
number
wrench.
twos, right? What's that?
I'm throwing a wrench in all of that because this season's not over.
Cam Ward's awesome, brother. Right? You got two home. It's like we got the homers for Miami, and then we got the other homers for Miami too. So I mean, we're both we're definitely enjoying the Miami Hurricanes this year.
Well, at least somebody
we'll
scores
take
and
that.
wins in the stadium.
What's that?
At least someone's scoring and winning.
Yeah.
in the home park.
Yes, and beating like rivals
I don't
and
know.
shit.
Is it the atmosphere maybe when they're at home now? Like, do we need to switch something up? Do we need some more music to motivate them? Because I was in Philly and the players on the field with the music that their DJ is playing, they're rocking around.
When
they're
you're winning,
feeling
you
it.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dance and stuff like that. When you're losing,
And you have these
it doesn't matter what they're playing.
Yeah.
Well, you can't, but
When you're winning, you're trying to
guys
figure
need to
out
be
what your
fired up.
touchdown dance is going to be.
Yeah.
we don't have
It'll
some of
be
these
a
teams
roller
have
coaster.
that one song that they play every time the fourth quarter starts. They come out with the song, like Pittsburgh. And it's kind of like a motivational thing. We don't really have that. We just go when we play the touchdown song, which I don't have a problem with, but it's the fourth quarter.
No,
Come
if
on, let's get these
you
guys
need
fired up.
music to motivate you, you need to go get another job somewhere else. Go drive a truck for a UPS or something.
All right.
That's
That's
good
not
money.
it.
The NFL,
That's
you
like
should
$100
not
grand a
have to
year.
be
It's like,
motivated by anything.
yeah.
Well, guys, if you notice, I've been in a kind of a good mood during this show because
What's going on?
every week we do our picks, and I'm just gonna say
Uh-oh.
I picked the score 27-31.
Did you really?
Buffalo. I missed it by 1 point.
Mm.
So
Who's in the lead for the season of the picks?
me and Jose are tied. No, you. I haven't been keeping score. I have to go through the list.
Go through
I'm
the
1 and
list.
6.
Let's see. I'm number one.
I'm 1 and
How
6.
many times have you gotten it right? The win twice, right?
I think I got
Twice,
it right.
right?
I was wrong once.
Pardon me? You couldn't hear you.
I was wrong one time.
Ah, all right.
Really?
I was right once.
No, you were wrong this past week.
I picked Buffalo.
No, you picked Miami
You didn't pick
27-7.
No. I picked Buffalo.
LOL. Let me think back. We're gonna have to go to the tape.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
Go back and watch the footage there.
We gotta go back
Yeah,
to the
you're
tape.
wearing the shirt.
At least
Go
we
back
got
to that.
tape. We got tape.
Jeff, you're wearing the shirt. I think
The
you
tape. What are we doing the show on VHS now? We got tape.
We got it on
What is
tape.
Betamax.
Beta, man. Beta.
Okay.
Beta was better.
All right, Jeff, you're bragging. We got the LA Rams in LA in that beautiful, huge stadium they play in. Matthew Stafford, who looked pretty hot this past weekend. What do you got?
Me first?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're bragging.
I got the Dolphins 27-21.
27-21. Nick, if you're not too broke up. you look in such pain.
Because I want to pick them, but I feel like it's my fault that they keep losing. All right, I'm going to go Dolphins. I'm going crazy this game. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
41
Whoa.
to 27.
That'll be interesting. That'll be a fun game to watch.
I want
Jose.
I want to be happy.
I think, and this is on the road in California. At what time?
Monday night.
It's a Monday night game. Monday night. I'm saying 27, 35. And we
Rams.
get out coached in the fourth freaking quarter. We're gonna play our hearts out. But we're gonna lose it, and it's gonna be coach's fault. Because they got a good coach over on that other side.
Me, I got Miami 24, the Rams 31, unfortunately. I say I got to come up with a new saying. Remember they said tank for Tua back in the day, which was a big mistake because we picked the wrong guy. Collapse for Cam? What do you think?
Collapse for Cam. That's
Or Wither for Ward?
Wither for Ward, right? That's a good one. That's a good one. And look, I think we're good for one more loss before we turn the corner. And I think it's going to be coach's fault.
They're 2-6. One more loss.
And it's over.
And it's
yeah.
almost over now. I mean, even if they win out, they're going to need help.
Yeah.
Just to make the playoffs. And then they'll become if they win out and make the playoffs, they'll be the last ranked playoff team, and they'll have to go to places like Kansas City in the winter.
But how many more games? Wait, how many more games we got? 9?
They've played 8, so 9 games.
We got 9 more games to go, and what if we go on a 9-0 run? We're not in it.
You kidding me? Playoffs?
11-6. 11-6, you might get in.
Yeah,
you might get in.
You
might, but then you're going to be on the road in the playoffs. So you're going to it'll be just like last year at Kansas City in the middle of winter. What happens then?
It might not be 200 degrees below zero. We may get a nice day.
Yeah, it minus 30. Plus, Mahomes is kind of limping around. He ain't looking all that hot. I mean, he had some good play yesterday, but he's a little hurt. He's gimpy.
Right now, if you make the playoffs, you're either playing. If the Dolphins scrape into the playoffs, they're either playing the Chiefs on the road or
Buffalo,
Ravens, or Steelers on the road.
I'll be there.
Well, I would take the Steelers right now.
I'll be there.
Attaboy.
I will be there.
So
if it's in the Northeast, he's there.
I'm there.
Yeah.
That's it. Bundle up, putting on the fin,
driving that
and we're
Uber.
going to work.
Yeah,
that's right.
And even think of the scenario. It's just like, I don't know. Even if they win a playoff game, they're never gonna play a home game in the playoffs.
Right.
So no matter what, they're always gonna be playing up in the north.
Yeah.
I'm already.
There you go. You're ready. Nick's ready.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm ready for the playoffs.
You're making some assumptions there. You're making assumptions that everybody keeps on pace.
Yeah, there could be some collapses happening. Buffalo could collapse.
I mean, look, last year Cincinnati lost their quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in the middle of the season, it's like boom, he was gone. Make it happen. And so we're not out of it until the L is on the board. We're not out of it.
Over till it's over.
That's right. Shit happens. Our quarterback's been out, and now he's back.
I think we can pretty much all agree on that if they do lose this week, it is over.
It is. I mean, pretty close to it.
2-7. All right, guys. I want to thank you all for watching, for listening. Click like, subscribe, give us some comments. We were starting to get some comments on our YouTube. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully, me and Jose are wrong, and Jeff continues his streak.
I will be streaking. It's not I am streaking because I'm not wearing anything. Also, I wrote in Tua Tonga Vailoa.
You wrote into it. I saw one today. They wrote in Dallas sucks. It was awesome.
My favorite. Somebody wrote.
They were right with that one.
I love.
Somebody wrote in Joe Biden and said, "Get back to work."
Get back to work.
That was hilarious.
Wake up.
So we're gonna get going here because Jeff's got to go back to storm the Capitol. He's getting ready.
That's right. We're ready to storm the Capitol here, guys.
We're
in trouble now.
Nick's got to drink a Red Bull. Come on, man. We need some energy from you.
Yeah. Nick, I think, slept through today's podcast. He's his eyes are closed, so he's just got them painted like they're open.
Yeah, it's not my eyes.
All right, guys. It was fun. Next week, I hope with even more fun.
All right.
See you later next week on the Fintastic 4.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
That's that.